How about now? I've been talking this whole time, and you couldn't hear me. So hey, Malek. Can you hear me now? And turn down the music a bit. See that click sound? Not a fan. Just some background music. Nothing too loud. Also, it looks like my stream manager is not showing you chat. There you go. So even worse, Twitch is a load of crap, by the way, because I couldn't even see your chat until now. Alright, enemies have forgotten me. What I was talking about, I'm gonna turn down the music even more. Just some little background music. I added this basically weak auras. Check this out. So we're gonna walk over here. We're gonna toss some dots on them, and there's good old Rage of Ralzek, which is already gone. The duration is a little off, but it's not horrible. Now when I do like lure, the leech will trigger that. I got pyromatic ignition. You can see it down there. That's cool. That's new. And as I kind of go through my rotation, what it also reports is resists. So like if I don't channel, or if I channel and it fails to land, it'll actually report it. Maybe it isn't though, because that one got resisted. Not doing it. We'll have to check here. Yeah, you can see pyromatic's gone. Means I gotta, oh, I gotta use number 2 actually, not 1. Fine though. That'll get Cascade back on. Oh, this isn't applying because I have AEs up. Yeah, there's a bit of a time estimate problem here, but it's trying. It's actually interesting. I'll have to figure out why the tick timer is so off. Since this says like 12, 9, 8, and this is actually 13, 11, 10. So I'm like 5 seconds off. I thought I was doing tick duration, but apparently it's wrong. It does stay up though, while it's still up, you know, like it's not falsely advertising it at least. We got a bunch of buffs we need to put on. Let's go ahead and do this now. We'll go ahead and do a Death Bloom. And okay. Again, the stream is not giving me chat updates. So bear with me here. I have to reopen it. Let's see if I can actually get Twitch to actually fucking Twitch. I can hear you now. Funny. Yeah, I saw you working on the weak aura clone. That's been my biggest complaint about UQ, not having those and using log parser triggers and junior hairs just aren't the same. Yep. How goes it? Hey, Akuis. I'm doing well. I'm just, you know, working on this little weak auras app. So I just did Rage and it didn't cap. That's a bit annoying. Is it dynamic enough to handle mob switching? Yes, it is. It is not off the log files. It's off my, it's off packets. That's why there's a lot of weird bugs. Because every time there's a packet update, I still have to like clean it up. The key thing I like is, for example, you saw right there, I casted Vexing and that triggered Cascade. So now I know, like, here's Control S, you know, Control X. Let's try Control S again. I have a feeling this is actually resisting and I'm not parsing it properly. Let's find out. And then let's try it again. Control S. Oh, no. That's right. Those are fine. It's because I don't have the spells loaded. That's what I was supposed to do. All right, let me put up our rune and let's load up some dots real fast. Oh, if he'll let me. Dot. Got some. Now I can put Control E on for Splurt. That one worked. Control Q for Secession. Perfect. Control 2 for Pyrocur. Done. And you can even see the durations up there. But I do need to fix... I literally just added the durations. So it's still a new feature. I was hoping to see resists. You know, because resists are helpful for knowing to not recast it. Now we can load dots. Let's see your 75% add-on sleeper falls through the floor into spawn like mine did. Nice. No, we'll see. Anyways, we're just gonna start with a nice little Mercanum. Move into a battle leap. Again, some of my self-buff triggering, I obviously need to clean up that code. Because this should be lit up and it isn't. Okay, so tilde, Control D, 3. We're gonna go down from top to bottom on the list. Control 1, 2, Control 3, Q, W, E, S. So there. See on Control S, there's this little number 1. That's because you resisted it. And if I try again, there's 2. So he's poison resist. There's 3. And I think it loses it when you detarget though. So like, you can see here all this, if I remove the target, they all go away. And if I add the target back, see the resists reset, but all the other buffs just went right back to their lightest status. That's literally the target inspect buff packet being disassembled and rendering a list for you. And it's a predictable list. So like the ordering never changes, which is what I really like about it. I hate unpredictable lists. I kind of like it when it's nice and big because this is arguably my spell bar. I can just weave in my dots and keep my dots up and not have to like track timers and stuff. Enraged. And also now I keep track of resists. Now it's a little easier to know like, oh, it's not worth it to keep casting that poison dot because it's just getting resisted. This will be super handy for like a shaman that's trying to slow. But I can just start at the top, work myself down the list. Oh, like you can see there, Torment of Shadow, you actually get resisted twice. Try it again. There, it landed third time. And I do keep the status of how many resists you've had. I think that's handy. That's interesting. That says 1 though, because technically that was my first cast of it. Maybe it resisted at the first cast. Maybe I did that on engage actually, so it could be right. Okay, gotta reapply Cascade. Now we can go into nuke mode. And look at that, I got Pyromancy, so I got a full burn on him. Which is cool. Yeah, when you do this and you lace in nukes, it's like top tier DPS. And just having that confidence, right? Like all my dots are on it. Hey Virus, I really like it. And I don't have to like worry about resists because all I'm really looking at is, you know, do they have the spells? And now that I have timers, I know like Control 3 is about to expire. Control S just did. Yeah, I think I do like it where the number of resists stays on the mob for the extent of the fight. I could store it so if you switch targets it retains it, but I don't know. I'm still debating on logical decisions like that. So yeah. You guys do see everything, right? Yeah, it's a little harder to see on the stream, but you get the idea. It's much easier to see on my screen. All right, is there anything I need to be careful about? I don't think so. This is a pretty straightforward fight. I just can't be as diligent on DPS. So actually what I should do in preparation is grab this Staff of Silent Star, put it here. And what I actually do, especially on engage, is I do this. And then I start with a nice burn. Because this actually does pretty significant DPS. You can see that like with 38. But now that that's done, go ahead and switch back and start a dot burn. I'm also going to start up Funeral Pyre, which is one I need to actually put on the list. So that triggered... Pyrocore actually triggered my Cascaded Decay, so that skips the list. But yeah, see, this is so nice. Like Control Q, it failed twice, and I know not to bother with that anymore. And even Splurt failed, so we know you have high MR. Like all these MR spells. Ooh. Interesting, Envenomed Blade had 2 resists. Anyways, it's just nice to know, you know, what's resisting. I don't waste time on it. He's like not hitting at all. Let's get this back on. And yeah. Let's go ahead and start a proper burn. So we're gonna go Frenzied with Improved. And we'll just maintain Pyrocur in the weave. And ignore the rest because they're high resists. We can go ahead and put back on Drones of Doom because it had a pretty good success rate on landing. And we can reapply Cascade. Now, Prolonged Destruction, we just put on, you can see the buff there. So it keeps fading early, that's weird. I think some of my fade buff code is needing some TLC. We're gonna rotate. Turn on full DPS mode for a moment. We could, you know, do a swap real fast for the last little tick. And then we're gonna go back into DPS. We'll put on Resurgence just to kind of help us. We are having a bit of a mana issue. I'm going to put on defensive and imperators. And I'm going to switch over to a little bit more of a life tap rotation. We're also going to run over here, pop a ward, and as long as we keep aggro on him, you can see that he got applied by Aura of Fire. I can flop, stand, and actually not tank it for a moment. Alright, so we're going to reapply Cascade. And we're ready for another Rage, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go full Rage. Because, you know, this just does pretty significant DPS. Like, I'm almost 50,000 damage in a tick, which is not bad at all. And then we keep our leech on, and probably just rotate into more mana conservative life draw spam. Pretty sure the ad is tanking. Are you kidding me? Well, Jedi, hopefully I can finish this kill and not get reset. Okay, we're going to go ahead and reapply some of the dots we know are reliable. And just keep those life taps going. Alright, I triggered Blade. That's not good. We might be a little too low on DPS. We'll see. I used Focus. Let's see if we can... we do have Rage up again, so let's work on that. We'll do a full burn. For 7 seconds. Okay, it's gone. Go back to dank mode. Start weaving DPS. We'll at least keep Cascade on. We can take a moment to put on Drones of Doom since it's always landing. We do have Furious up for the OO moment if it comes. And we could Death Bloom. A little dangerous. Maybe I will right now and just keep life tapping and I'll click it off the moment oh shit happens, you know? We still have defensive up. There's the oh shit. So what I'll do, kind of watching, I'm going to click off Death Bloom. I'll use Tenacity, puts me up to 17,000. And we have Furious if we need it, but we can probably finish this without pouring, especially because Rage just came back up. Done. We can loot, hit Exodus, and we're done. I hit Exodus. Why did I go to East Common Lands? A little weird. That aside, I got a regular Ferocity Og, which is shit for me. Did get a legendary katana. I might throw that on my pet. Yeah, I noticed there's no DZ. Well, hopefully I keep my loot and don't have to resell shit. But anyways, so Violin, the add-on for casting and the weak auras. And what else does this one do? I thought I focused on like 3 key things now. Cast bar, rotation. It technically has a more data, like an info bar, which is kind of cool. But it's very buggy still. I need to test more stuff with it. I think it's sending it to, yeah. Anyways. Go ahead and log out. But yeah, overall, I'm kind of tempted, by the way. Whenever the game loads out, I'm going to make like a background. We're going to just call this full screen animated BG. We're going to toss this in the very back, and we'll see how it looks. Of course, that's assuming I know where it's at. Been a while since I've used these assets. There they are. We'll just do like this guy and toss him on the bottom. The idea is that if the game isn't rendering for any reason, we have a background and it's not just black. Which of course I say that and it's black. Why is it black? Is the animate VG? Oh, it's not set on loop. Why? So we're gonna toss that like in the real back area behind EQ. So you only see this whenever EQ is not on. Something. This. That's cool. Is there something you can get that add-on somewhere? Well, I made it from scratch, Violin, and I'm planning to get a release out at some point. Just not. I gotta, you know, secure it, make it better. There's a lot of stuff, like even the info bar and stuff, that needs TLC. But yeah. You like that? It's just something to look at when you're waiting for THJ to rejoin. I need to put a background on you guys. Like the chat from Twitch. Just a little something. Kind of like the thing on behind me. Do we have an estimate on how long this reboot's going to be? Oh, that was quick. Thanks for the heads up. And that's your first time chat. Gry Seb? UR1 Seb? Okay, and then when I log back in, it should put EverQuest over this animated background. We'll find out here in a sec. You guys aren't seeing it. Interesting. Maybe it isn't working. There it is. And then if we set it to full screen borderless with Shindo, well, good. Let's try it again. There we go. Does that align it properly on the screen? We got a little bit of an edge on the bottom. That could be my resolution. Let's test. So if we go to display and set it to 1920 by 1080, see, that cleaned you up. And now if I hit full screen borderless, I see it like that too. And you no longer see the cloud basket background. Well, I guess we kept the item, so congrats on another run. So we'll just do a secondary recall. And get ourselves another sleeper og. Let's see if this respawned by chance. Nope. So you know the drill. Some of my burns are down, but I imagine by the time I clear all the trash, they'll be back up. By the way, I did that buffless. I probably should actually rebuff myself. So anyways, yeah, this is the weak auras buff. So like when I cast dispels, you can just see them put on the mobs. And if I target back, you can see it retains it. So like mob 2 has, you know, flux staff. This one doesn't. I put it on there. So you can even use this to like cycle if you were an enchanter and know if it's slowed or mezzed. Like this is huge. Like just this alone. I'll have to figure out some better layout setups. But that can be done. Probably make it configurable. My biggest issue is time. Like I code all this cool stuff, but to make it like public usable, that takes time, and I just don't have it. But yeah, at least you can see it on my stream and look forward to it one day. I'm a huge fan of my Moneymaker plugin. Maybe I'll gate and buff and show that while I wait for the repop. Though you said Bazaar and back is broken right now, right? Is it still? Maybe I won't risk that and just flop. I like the frosted shield because it kind of looks like me in my ghost form. I look like I belong in Sleepers, right? Because all of them are transparent golems and stuff, including the transparent prismatic dragon. And so I'm just gonna flop here, and I'm gonna tab over to Crit Sprinkler real quick. So Crit Sprinkler has all these little layouts, and I don't like where the heal is. I want to put it over like here. Maybe a little bit more left, a little bit more down. Total damage out. I think this is prominent. I'm gonna put this over here. And total heal out right here. This is me taking damage. I'll put it here. That look good? See. Yeah, I think that's good. Don't forget to save. And now we just wait for the timer rebuff fade out. We can continue. Do another clear. Because that's what we do here, right? And yes, flying butthole. I'm hydrating. You can hear it. We have a GE Opal ice maker, which is really cool because it makes like that small sonic ice. Amazing. Or bunny poop ice, some people call it. We're gonna go load up some buffs. Yes, crunchy ice. It's got a lot of different names. So we're gonna click off all my buffs except for Mount Blessing. And we're gonna go ahead and order it the way I like it, which is these 3 buffs, my 2 pyros. Ooh, there you go. And then I'll use Visage of the Dark Arachnid. Go down the list. See, my cast time, for some reason, it's something I need to fix. Kata has a weird fix on THJ where there's this like auth packet that tells you the cast time of all of your spells. And I usually can honor that, but when I reload spells, it doesn't always discern that very well. So it makes some weird side effects sometimes. Alright. By the way, I'm no longer using my Shawl of Protection. I have a Shroud of Unlife. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and load up our bar with all the dots. Cool. And we actually are almost done with all of our what I probably could afford is taking like this and this off, putting it here, kind of like this. So the idea being I can now hot swap without going into my hotkeys. Alright, let's get some debuffs on them. See, I love that I have Pyromatic now on there. I should... One of the things I want to try to add is custom spell buffs too. I'll have to see how hard that is. Shouldn't be too hard. So that I can just put whatever I want for each of these symbols. Because obviously anything I do, you guys can do, you know, take advantage of as well. But you can see here, Splurge resisting, the Sessions resisting, he's poison resistant. But we're just going down the list, trying to land whatever we can. And if I resist, you know, maybe I'll try again just because. But I'll just assume, yeah, see, like there's 2 resists. He's probably not worth the time. They're all 2 resists. So I'll only upkeep the ones that don't resist. It is interesting that my Vambraces are getting resisted. Or not getting resisted. Oh, it's got a negative 100 on it. Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Let's see, we can press 3, roll 2, and even if I don't know these spells, I can pretty much, you know my little hotkey words and just crack the list. You know, I'm like, oh, that's Control A. Control X is ready to be reapplied. I may need to move my DPS meter over to the left just a little bit. Let me actually do just a little. Because when the numbers get big, it's going to be enough. We buff him, he can follow us. So we have 9 minutes for prolonged. I can always use it late in the fight. And, you know, when it's up, I'll maybe hold off and improved for that. Yeah. I really like that I don't really have to pay attention to any of the chat windows. Basically, everything I need is this, and that. I may realign my layout later though, and see now I can do this. And then just clicking the buffs, the slots over here, I can flip to, you know, rage mode. And then when it's done, I can reverse it. That's much faster because I don't trust the bandolier. Bandolier is annoying. Annoyingly unpredictable. I never reapplied Simstrike. Let me actually do that. That helps. I'm missing DPS. Yeah, the cooldown. I don't like cooldowns. I mean, obviously, there's some you can't get around, but any of them that I can avoid, I prefer. But yeah, I've been missing out on a lot of DPS because I forgot to reapply Simstrike, but we got it fixed. Also, my illusion is in the wrong slot. BMF should be this. We're gonna dot him, and then just with freebie dots, and let's see if it kills him while we continue to kill this guy. Alright, I know he'll summon me, but that's fine. Cool. So every time I do rage, I have to basically go boom, 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 boom. Turn on attack, that helps. Yeah, this does crazy damage, to be honest. Probably the next thing I need to ramp is a tick counter for you. You know, just even like a little color dot that says what timer you are on. Because I'm seeing your tick updates based on buffs. Like you see here, 9, 8, 12. When that hits 12, like when those ticks happen, that's when your buffs get refreshed. And if I take that moment, and I think it's like right before it happens is when you get the higher rage timer. I can probably do it with just the countdown on all of my buffs, but that would be a pretty big one, using rage and bloodlust. Yeah, the resists I think I added yesterday, and I'm loving it. Just the fact that I can see, you know, what ones to avoid, and I don't have to like track in my mind. I'm just like, oh, okay. Pyrocore is getting resisted, probably not worth the time. Just go into nuke mode on the ones that get resisted. But we never tried Drones of Doom. Let's try that. Landed, no problem. Perfect. And yeah, you notice those 3 dots was enough to destroy that guy. That's nice. Alright, next mob. I'm not going to use Deathloom, actually. I'll do some mana converts, though. I can actually do it mid-fight if I'm not lazy. Basically, I'll apply a couple dots real quick. And what I can do is go ZXC. Oh, it didn't work. It usually works, damn it. Let's try again. It's going to be ZXC. XC. There. See? And now I'm weaving in mana regen while I fight. We'll do it one more time. ZXC. Oh, too slow. And we're going to go and hit Battle Leap and Rage. Keep my weapon on me. Oops. Got to turn on attack. Also, I forgot to do the timing. So I got a short one. what I really want to do is add like a color indicator to like Rage. So when Rage of Ralizek is up, this turns green, so that I know I should be pressing that, right? Like that's a priority, because I like to have it on cooldown, but I don't like spamming it randomly because I want to make sure when it's on, I'm not channeling spells. So, you know, I do like to be able to just manually do it on command, but I would like to know better. Pretty much Bobby Flay. It is a add-on that I'm working on that's similar to Weak Auras. You know, in Weak Auras, it was more intelligent. It would just tell you, use this spell, use this spell. I could arguably do that, but I do kind of like this whole, like, planning overlay. I may end up aligning this horizontally and putting it down on the bottom of my bar. That'll be especially useful when I get I'm planning to get a big health bar on the bottom, so like it's you versus enemies. I've been having some really fun ideas about that I need to some time into at some point. All right, we're a little low on mana, but it shouldn't be a huge deal. Let's go ahead and dot them up. You know, oop, there you go. Toss on Gade. Work on Torment. Torment resisted. Pyrocur. We don't. Oh, we have Focus of Cairn. Let's see if that helps with resists. Nope. About getting a little low. Actually, I triggered Blade Guardian. Probably not the best. Let's swap up my weapons. Get that full DPS out. Okay, counter down. Back on. Even get a leech on him. Perfect. Get Splurt. Morturnum. And EB. And Drones of Doom. Now we know that my Epic is getting resisted pretty badly. Secession, not worth the time, and Splurt. We can work up with that accordingly. And we do have Prolonged up in a minute and a half. What we're going to go ahead and do is use Death Bloom with Frenzied. See, these buffs still don't go up. I need to fix some of that. Not sure why that's happening. And we'll take the time to weave in a Leech. Also put on Defensive. Go ahead and turn on Rage. There we go. Why am I not attacking? Uh-oh. Imperators? Nope. Okay, so Rage of Ralizek fucked me over there. I don't know what exactly happened. Let's see if we can recap. See, I don't even see my spell casts. On melee, only slashed once. You cannot see your target. You cannot see your target. Yeah, I just had a melee glitch. Oh, and that probably didn't happen either. But no, I wasn't dealing any damage, so I was relying on something that wasn't very reliable. Well, since I died, I'll just use teleport. Or no, I can use expedition. Good luck on the ancient to spawn? What do you mean by ancient? Well, what sucks is I didn't clear my way, so we're going to be having to run the whole way. Oh, I see, Bobby. So, any tips on the new changes? I haven't really been paying attention. So, after the sleeper fight, it now can spawn an ancient dragon that should spawn an open world after he awakens. Sometimes some aren't getting it. Oh, okay. Honestly, Furtbringer, one trick you could do with Sleeper, because he resets the moment you flop, is if I get the slow order, I can just flop and it'll just despawn everything, and then I can start over and then try, you know, cycle it to a better one. Like at 75%, instead of a normal order, you get the ancient order. Even with the cleric in a build, I couldn't keep up with the curse cures on slow one. Yeah. But see, I'm not hugely melee reliant. I mainly just use it for healing in those clutch situations when I'm not being diligent with healing because I'm, you know, DPSing. So I'm not like, you know, I usually have no problems with all of them. Also, I really should put this on. I don't know why I was going so high on spell damage for that fight, but just using this will probably help a lot. You know, because I'll resist it better. For casters, no big deal. For melee comps, if it has a pretty short duration. Yeah. Okay, this music's getting annoying. I'm gonna stop it. You guys probably can't even hear it, but... Okay. So we're just gonna flop over here. I'll be right back while we're waiting on the flush. I'm gonna use the restroom and stuff. All right, back. Still hasn't faded. I'll have to do rebuffs. Most of it's gone though. Okay. So essentially, we click these guys. We do our two. Okay. And honestly, we should be relatively good just with that. We lost DMF, it looked like, but I don't think that's the end of the world. As far as buffs go, my lowest is 544. I don't have my Mount Blessed. The casted one will insta drop aggro. Okay. Well, I don't have defensive for 3 minutes. I'm thinking this time I'm going to dot the ad. I'll at least put Solwell on it and stuff. That should help my... Okay. Yeah, he hits hard. I need to actually respect him a little bit more. Actually life tap a little bit because I can counter him easy. I also need to make sure I keep more Turnum on. Okay. Because if I don't use my... Okay, you resisted Drones of Doom. Pretty low resist. There he goes. Alright, let's go ahead and do our big boomstick mode. Wonder if it'd be worth it for me to use an offensive discipline as well. Maybe. Anyways, we'll keep Cascade going. Would be nice to get my epic to click, but it has persists. When they add spawns, I'm just going to dot them up, and it shouldn't eat too much time. Go ahead and put Funeral Pyre on to focus. That'll increase my DPS pretty good. And keep Mortenum on them. Mortenum is not actually impacted by Funeral Pyre though. Okay, we almost have Rage back up. So there is an Ancient spawn. So let me tap for a moment. DPS. Go ahead. Use a ward. Flop. Oh shit, I flopped too early. I reset the fight. God damn it. He'll fight the ward. You have aggro debuff. The caster one will insta drop aggro if needed. Anyways, give me a moment. I'll restart the fight. The only things I really lost was Funeral Pyre and my ward. I keep forgetting that ward takes a moment to actually rev up aggro, so my bad. We'll give it a moment and go ahead and forage. And maybe use regen. I honestly don't know medics. I think the biggest problem with that question is that's an assumption that there's some sort of, you know, implied, oops, that was aggro. Not a big deal if he does. Like me really has any impact because he is resetting each time, right? Pretty sure he is. Anyways, is it like if I can solo, if I synergize great with the group, if I can kill the most content, if I can AE the best, right? Like so many things. But and then also is it like kill rate, like how well you kill, how reliable you kill? You know, all these kind of factors can impact the answer. All right, we're still using sword and board. We'll go ahead and switch back after this fades. on him. Do you have him? He's a little harder now. Make sure I get some tap. Get more Turnum on him. We'll get a drone on him. That's pretty low resist. Go. Get a cascade back on him, since it's pretty much like easy DPS. Honestly, I'm going to switch over to Staff of Thundering Staff. Battle Leap is up. We'll reapply Cascade. Funeral Pyre. I've never tried. Got Rage ready. Go ahead and pop that on real quick. The DPS out. That was a high duration one. Definitely need to time that. And switch back to you. Alright, what about this guy? He is slower. Alright, we're gonna toss some debuffs on him real fast. And some heals. And wow. Yeah, so the ancients are actually the significant part, I think. I think they're the reason I'm struggling a little bit more. I do have defensive up. I think I'm doing a pretty good run. Let me go ahead and run defensive and use army, because I'll have my little naked version help. We're going to switch. And also close to wanting to do it. Wooden cast. Alright, so with defensive on. There we go. Stack them good. Go ahead and use Warlord's Tenacity. And we're going to get ready to do a round. Change. Yeah. Okay, done. The stuff back on. Alright, so we have Frenzied up. Let's go ahead and use Frenzied real fast. And we'll do some nuclears so we can get the Pyromancy trigger. And so let's move over to that. We still have defensive going. Okay. He has lost most of his. See if we can get some. Especially because I can soul LD that little extra. Firm. Alright, how much improved do we have left? I think we're done. So we're going to go ahead and go full burn and place in some life taps. The big life taps. Also keep on them. Drone real quick. Up. Let's go ahead and flip to that mode. I'm doing about 3,000 DPS with a half-assed weave. And we got him down to 20. It's been 300 seconds roughly. I think we're on time. May spawn at the end. Hopefully I can kill the ancient though. Worst case I can come back and do him solo. Defensive still up. Put a Pyrocur back on him. We did lose out on our... looks like Soul faded. I don't have defensive anymore. I gotta be more diligent with human. Oof. We're gonna use tenacity, increase my health. We'll get ready. Cool. So rage is up. Let's get that going. Oh, improved familiar is not on. That helps. That's like a 12% crit chance or something crazy. They decided to remove it when they did the tweaks, I guess. I never click that off. Alright, we got the ads. We're gonna go ahead and do a Furious. Keep me up for a sec, and hopefully we can just blow him up before Furious fades. Don't know though, we're actually gonna be a little dicey here. We're probably gonna be fucked. Don't have... Oh, he's down. Good. Okay. Now, if I kite and tap... Come on. Heal. I don't know if this will work. Okay, we're outside of the area at least. The problem I have... Yeah, that's my problem. I think he'll debuff though. Alright. I have to think about how I can recover this. I think he'll stay there, right? Does he stay up because I didn't flop? Or does he just despawn? I guess we can tell. There's a mob there, so I'm assuming he stayed up. Because I'd love to get the ancients for the ring. And what did I get this time? Sharpshooting enchanted? Is that even going for anything? Somebody is selling the reg for 3,200. Enchanted's like a 40k item. Okay. I mean, now that they lessened the price of the tuners and combiners, I think they cut the price in half. That actually makes lesser stuff more valuable. But yeah, let's go see if we can salvage this fight. If he's up, I'll just flop and before I aggro him. Get this aggro off me, and then I could solo him easy. Especially so if the drakes are still up, I can maybe split them. Depends on how... No, the problem with splitting is I'm going to have to flop. And I think he despawns if you're on aggro and flop. But we'll see. Yeah, they're all up. So the question is how am I going to single pull? Could use a ward when it's up. He may not social these well. I really don't know. Wait. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of katanas. Alright, Sowells and Drakes and Kite. Do you think they don't share aggro? I don't know. It's just important I don't flop, I think. Because if I flop I think it's gonna cause him to depop. Dying is fine. Fading is bad. Honestly, even if I aggroed all of them, oh, good call, Malik. I didn't realize those don't summon. So that honestly is the answer. What I'll do, I will use the debuffs on the big guy, and if he doesn't come solo, then I'll flip over to just killing the ads. I just won't do any damage to him, and that should help with making it maintainable. Yeah, because I can just kite him around this circle. Easy peasy. But hopefully he's not on the same faction. But that's very wishful thinking. Anyways, yeah, we got okay, we're faded. Any buffs we really care about? Not really. Not for this fight. He's a bit of a pain to target. Where is this one? Okay, so if we just try to get this on him. Yeah, he came solo. That's easy. So he is on a different faction. All right, I'm gonna do a dot rotation and a simple warder kill solo. So good to know for anyone else. Whenever you flop, just come back and kill the one dude. Okay, so we're gonna go into full DPS mode. I might even use, don't I have my DPS mode? What is the high level one? We have Furious, which is a 22, which is the same as Fortitude. I feel like Furious. Yeah. Then we have the 23s, which include Precision. What's Mighty Strike?
Enraged.
Chance to hit is pretty big. Increase the damage. Accuracy. Do you guys know which one of these is the best? And there's my Dragon Claw. Nice. I'm not very familiar with all three of these. I should go break them down on, you know, discs. But anyways, I'll go look up that quest later. For now, we're going to go do the Bristlebane kill. I don't really need to do Bristlebane actually, but whatever. We'll see how he does now. Well, now that we're done with that fight, we can swap this back. And actually, I could put some hit point dogs in that actually. I have them laying around. Me as well. Because I don't have spell. Well, that's a regular. Why the hell do I have a regular over here? Let's need to take that out. Well, these are both enchanted. Do I have a legendary sitting around? That gets me 210 health at least. The other weapon I need to put here is either my trident. Oh, the problem with that is I'm going to lose another bag slot, which kind of hurts. And I do have a lot of bags. So like arguably that's okay. But like I like just being able to hot swap without actually opening any bags. But in order to do that, I have to have, base slots. So like technically I can drop that koi. Koi might be up. Can't really tell with that red dot. I don't really care about koi though. No, there's a guy named Mazreli. What the hell is that? Is that a player? Oh no. It's just a named placeholder mob. Or not placeholder, but like mini boss named, I guess you can call it. Interesting. Somebody sniped the triplets and only killed the black star dropper. They split them. That's funny. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and walk over here and spawn Bristle. Bristle's been a little hit or miss for me. Not hard, but just sort of I can fail it. Kind of debating if I want to add a bunch of mobs or, you know what I mean, how exactly I want to fight this. We'll do something like that. Do a cloak. Wow. More weapons definitely would add a level of difficulty. How am I killing him? Oh, I apparently put Soulwell on him. Whoops. That'll kill him. What the hell? Anyways, so we got a few mobs. I'm just bringing them along for blood bags. They're handy. And we'll do you. We didn't fully decide on what type of 23 we're going to use. Probably crits would be pretty solid. We'll put Mighty Strike on. Hey Tyron, how's it going, dude? Dude, this guy can hurt. Do we have a life stealer here? Yeah, good. I'm gonna just steal some health real quick. Oop, come on. There we go. Come on, give me some health. Maybe even just tap him. I don't have to maintain it. This land? It did. Interesting. I thought he was super resistant. Nope, he's actually not bad. Alright, another round of rage. Why am I getting resisted so? You see that? Like, I can't Hit him. There we go. Let's just tap another guy for a sec. There. I actually never got Black Staff to land on him either. Anyways, so we're gonna go in here. We'll double check my buffs real quick. I know I'm starting the fight a little low, but I can just soul well a couple and counter that too. Might be a little bit too many of them. Let's see, once I get some soul wells on them, how well I recover. Yeah, see. And what we'll do is start with Mighty Strike and do a high melee engagement. Let's also take my Trident and put it here for fight. I might not even switch to Sword and Board. We'll see how that works. I could also dual wield Jalen's if the timing is scary. This is the good one, right? Okay, so we're very comfy. Let's go ahead and start with Cascade. And he has the two-hander. Go ahead and do a Mighty Strike with Rage going. And once this is down, it is, we'll just lace into DPS. Toss on a couple heals. They'll land. There we go. Put a Cascade on them. Mighty Strike still up. We'll weave in heals. Yeah, they are not weaving very well. They kind of are. There we go. On a hand. Let's spawn a ward. Give it a moment so it'd do some ticks. There we go. Flop. Now we don't tank the ads anymore. I'm gonna do another flop here in just a sec. Okay. And now we can do another rage. So the plan is I'll go into Funeral Pyre Arcane and see if we can get all these dots on them. Getting resisted a lot. There's a lot of these mobs hitting me right now. Let's flop. Come on. Why are you so resistant? You're annoying. Let's test him after he will lower health. There we go. Let's start cycling ads and regenning off of them. And also, let's go ahead and put on defensive. Hopefully I don't die before then. We got rage up, so let's use that real fast. Okay, now let's go back into tap mode. Let's use our blood bags to their fullest. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and go full burn-ish. I think we should be okay to do a full burn at this point. Let's see. I can always do an AE. Oh, my pet's slowing something. Let's go ahead and use an AE real fast. Boom. That'll lower my damage I'm taking. Rage is almost up. Come on, Rage. Keep me alive. Okay. Boom. And that might be enough to do the 12%. Let's see. 8 seconds. We'll see if it fades early. It faded early. Okay, I got hit. I don't have any oh shit buttons right now. That's bad. Hopefully I will make this. That was a good crit heal. We're fine. We got him slowed actually. Boom. And Exodus.
Enraged.
So robe, maul, crown. Meh. But I think it's EQ log parser that fucks up slows where it's like spamming it everywhere now. That was a pretty clean bristle fight. The blood bags help me a lot just because I can rely on them and get that regen. We could go sell because that's always visually amusing, right? But we're kind of be winding down here because it's midnight. I got work in the morning. I need to move this window. I'm not really sure where I want it though. I just don't like it where that's at. Maybe this? I don't know. We'll test. Anywho, a little bit of money, 3K. I heard a couple guildies say they got some 14 to 15K ticks with Divine Avatar up. Yeah, I believe it. I'm frankly surprised Divine Avatar has been as crazy it's been for so long, but yeah, we'll see. Fear. We do fear. I need to actually level a little bit for my gaunts. How much EXP do I need on my gaunt? I don't even know. All right. We'll see if we can get a shroud. Of course, that's going to debuff me, but whatever. It's self buffs. I don't think I need. I might as well go sword and board. Now this is here. No. Yeah. That needs some getting used to still. New layout. I actually don't like it over there. It feels weird. I like it more in the center. So a trick I've learned to kind of help this fight is to actually hit some of these photoplasms with a soul well and a snare. Because basically they won't get hit by my AE and they're just blood banks. So like I don't have to nearly take as much damage. So we don't have defensive up. We do have rage. Oh, I don't even have my AEs up. Whoops. Let's fix that. I need that part fixed. So let's just run up here, stop AE. I get like 2. There we go. That's enough. Now, fight a little bit longer. They're gonna get bigger packs, but that's fine. We just need to walk over a little bit more, put on a rune. Again. Done. All right. We can get a couple more soul wells just in case. All right. Fortunately, all my stuff's dying. So we're just going to go ahead and start a kaboom. Probably do it too early, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll find out real quick. All right. Maybe not okay. Yeah, I died. So I took a little too long because I was loading the AEs and my photoplasms lost their health, but fine, we can get there real fast. Do it again. I wonder if McClare is still best in slot since it's not a caster item. I get the feeling a caster brute that can slot AC Ogs that still has. Yeah, I mean, that whole scenario is just a fuck up. And so it just breaks balance altogether when it comes to gear. But personally, I went mega AC and hit points and it was great and all, but I don't think anything can beat. Oops, we got guys summoning me. They weren't fully regened. That's not good. We'll see how this goes. Probably not well, but whatever. We'll try our best. Stay alive. And see, I can't rage. And I can't AE fast enough. Oh, I made it. Can I do it again? Nope. Oop, purple dead. I didn't expect to get summoned immediately. That kind of fucked me up. How's your for experience? I don't know, dude. It's all light blue, so probably shit. Since they nerfed the shit out of that for no reason. Alright, so we need to get soul wells. This is gonna fuck up looting too. Normally this is a lot cleaner. If I had ward up, this would be a lot easier, but I still got 5 minutes on that. Guess I should have waited to clear fear. Well, I had a couple cooldowns. Let's see what named over here. So we got a couple photoplasms right there. If we can avoid, oh god damn it. I'd rather not get summoned a bunch, but that's apparently not in the book. Alright, so nightmare. I think what I'll actually do is just assume they're gonna summon me and see if I can recover. Oh man, there's just too many summoning me. I'm getting fucked. Let's just flop. I should actually read. No, they fucking got through it. Ugh. Now I'm all fucking this up bad. Let me think. How do I recover this? I need to wait for them to all regen. I can just avoid Kha'Zix at least until then. And I can work on getting some soul wells up. I really just need ward. But see, even for ward to work, I need it to be a little bit closer. Like, I can't be summoned all over the place. That's going to fuck me over no matter what. So we're kind of just going to have to wait for regen. Because if any of these are hurt, it's going to screw me. What guy is this? This is the Wraith. We can come over here and loot some. Especially because these guys aren't summoning. As long as Kha'Zix doesn't aggro me, which he did. God damn it. Alright, well, let's do Sowell U. And Sowell a couple others real fast, and then turn it right into burning. Especially with improved up, I should be fine. I even have defensive, which is better. Come on, let me channel. There we go. No, they just summoned me. There we go. Now we're in the groove. They're all positioned by me. And I have defensive up, which is going to help a lot. And they're all staggered health, so I can just blow them all up pretty easily, doing millions of damage per cast. Yeah, I just had to get in that right spot. And then they get, come on, let me channel. Why am I getting interrupted so much? There it goes. All right. That was most of fear right there. So having defensive up and then obviously prolonged and improved helped. Probably was overkill, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to run this again. It's annoying to come back and forth. Let me get Simp Strike back on. And Draco's in here somewhere, so we can get him too. And Kazik himself. Okay, so what about you? I still didn't get Simp Strike back on. Let me put that on. What? Why am I not able to? Oh, it's way the hell over there. It's still on. Got it.
Enraged.
So, regarding auras, what I'm kind of imagining, I might even move my chat window on the bottom left and replace it with my quick auras, weak auras. Because basically, if I make a big target bar on the bottom center of my screen, and then I have all of my state machines on the bottom left, I am actually pretty much able to look at the bottom center of my screen. Do we know what the ancient drops are for yet? Well, it's just the overworld ancients, Tyron. And so you can do some of like the Crusader quests and stuff. Like you can get a really nice ring via that. But all of that was obtainable before. It was just a pain in the ass because it required you to farm the overworld ancients, which is hard to have up. So, like for example, I have the Primal Storm Dragon Claw and the Opalescent Storm Dragon Scale. Pretty sure those are all for kind of like the Blade Soul items. You know, this gear, Sleeper 2.0 gear. That's what that goes there for. I mean, it makes sense. They're harder, so it actually adds a little difficulty to Sleeper. And they also have some pretty good quests that you can do with them. Anyways, the plan is I'll loot all of Fear. Potentially, Tyron. As per usual, just get an alt that can turn it in for you. Then you don't have to worry about faction. That's usually my answer to everything faction related. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna get I think this is it. Maybe I'll do Faradar real quick, but honestly I'll probably just call it. It was a late night stream. A couple hours is fine. I'll go sell this and then log out or do yeah, fall asleep. How much money I made. Effort. I did technically miss some mobs. I think I did my first clear over south of here a little bit. Not sure. Honestly, don't care too much. That was a pretty dirty clear. Whatever. Let's go ahead and just gate. But we did get 2 sleeper clears and got shit loot. I think I'm almost done with loot. The only thing I need are the fucking hogs, which hopefully they're going to be easier here shortly. In fact, probably verify. Prismatic scale. There's a bunch of variants, but I want the one for, isn't it called magic? Prismatic scale of M. Are there literally none up? That doesn't sound right. Even enchanted doesn't. Okay, is this just broken? Prismatic scale of, right? And then if I order it by name, there's either none up or, I don't know. I think I have one. So I have dodging twice, Faerun, torment, and magic. This is the one I'm wanting. I want to get the legendary of this. If I can get that to drop, that'll be nice. I do have some others down here. So I got blocking, range, sharpshooting, and ferocity. Blocking is selling for 12k. Expensive. Probably not worth it. But yeah, I think I might move you. I don't like moving. Maybe we can do this, and I'll be okay. Something like that. And at some point, we need to lock these. Like, I can even... Well, apparently I can't right-click that one. Weird. Because the merchant window's open? Huh. Anyways. We're going to go ahead and sell shit. So we're at 3,300. I need to keep the words of Beza, I believe I learned recently. But I don't know if that's going to be an easy worldwide drop or not. Yeah, see, I'm already up to 54, so that was 2K there. So it's definitely worthwhile to do a full clear like that, because it really doesn't take me too much time or effort, other than when I fuck it up and go a little aggressive without any cooldowns. But whatever. Yeah, that puts me at like 6K. That was like a 3K clear, not bad. But yeah, 175K, enough for an AUG if I really wanted to buy one, but that's basically all I'm working on now. Fixing some of my gear that I downgraded. I decided better to have pure AC gear, and now I'm actually going back to spell damage gear. And slowly losing AC, but even with losing AC, I'm gaining AC because of gear I'm getting. So that I'm actually still up to about 3100 and just under 13k hit points, but then I'm still at 601 spell damage. I'd love to get that to 750, but might be hard. We'll see. I still have a few slots. I mean, Helm of Ryle alone is going to add another 10, if not 20. And then these gloves are another 15 or so. Especially if I flip the Augs for spell damage. I can get significant. But that's all I'm working on. I want to hit 750 spell damage and finish my Augs before next expansion. So now I got a bunch of type 2s to farm with the new sleepers, but I'm just doing it every day. No biggie. Yeah, with that, I guess one thing we could do real fast just for fun, or I really call it, I'm going to hop on so you can see my screen, and I'm going to tweak rotation so that it affects the size of the window. Since basically right now, the rotation bar, you see this? It doesn't care about the window. It's just rendering it based on the top left of it. So what we could technically do is when we go into the draw call of rotation, we can basically state I kind of want to split self buffs and rotations. That might add some angles to that, though. We're not going to worry about that for now. What we're going to say, though, is that we now have window width and height here. And we're just going to say, okay, we're going to increase Y. If buff Y is greater than the window height, then pretty much set X over 1 and do the window height. I think that's right. And I think the same here. However, I do kind of want to rotate it horizontally first before I even mess with this. So let's work on that actually first. To do it horizontal, all we have to do is set this to X and set this to Y. And okay, so this is target bus. Target bus will start at the top left corner. It'll add 40 to X and just go horizontal, right? Then when it hits the end of target buffs, it increases Y. And then we need to set X to window X. And then the same operation here. So just add X here instead. And that should make it where... Hey, Power Made Flesh. I've been working on all sorts of junk. There you go. So now I can put this down here. And you can see now it's like a horizontal hotbar. And honestly, that looks okay. I might just keep it like that. Because what I'm kind of imagining is this main chat. Maybe, I don't know. Even something like that. So now it's not obnoxious on the top right. You know? And then I can go to Crit Sprinkler. And I can move these guys up. Because I don't want them near this anymore. So now when I get buffs, or I spell, heal, or something, they're above this bar. Yeah, I think I like that more. So. Works for me. But yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, Platinus. I've been working on a bunch of overlays that work on EverQuest. If you look at my stream, a lot of them aren't released yet. They're all kind of experimental, but exciting stuff. Have you been trying THJ at all, Platinus? I've been rolling a Warlord, Warrior, Necro, Wizard. I'm sitting here on 3,500 AAs maxed out. I don't use any alts, just my one character. I usually just code and do my dailies. Your Vates. If you want to be in a guild, feel free to join. Funky plays pretty late. Might be someone that you can hang out with. I don't know if you've ever met Funky, but yeah, I've been streaming this for the last little while. It's been fun. Working on little side projects. But yeah, if you don't recognize Funky, then I tried to get Grimlock to play, but he's kind of unresponsive sometimes. You know Grim. Overloaded did play it for a little while, but I don't think he even got past level 10. Yeah. Good times. We got that done. Kind of want to add the health bar, but I'm going to do that later. Just to talk about it, to like hype up the next time I work on this. What the plan is I'm going to make, what I envision is, anyways, you'll have like Shin, and I'll have the text as a placeholder for now, and I'll have like a bar like this, and then it'll be like Terrafirm, right? And what'll happen is I'll look at the health of me and the health of Terrafirm, and as Terrafirm dies, this bar will move towards him. You know? So it'll be a single bar with like a divider, and this marker is actually the health of the enemy versus me. I may even put it above it with the idea that like eventually I might actually spawn little dudes, you know what I mean, that represent us. And they'll basically follow the same you know, mindset where like you'll have us fighting it out. I might even like make 2D animations and shit for it at one point. So it's gonna play like a Street Fighter game. So, and the whole reason I'm doing this is that instead of just like health bar versus health bar, yes, the wizard, I think you are on it. But the real reason I'm doing it this way is that like in a lot of cases, it'll be Kara Firm, right? And then there'll also be, you know, +3 ads, right? And or like +3 drakes or something. And then you'll have like little drakes represented. You know what I mean? So what I'll do is I'll analyze my X targets and take all of their health and make that what I'm fighting against. So most of the fight, this bar is going to be bouncing towards me as I die and use, you know, killing sprees and stuff to keep me alive. And then as I start killing off the total health of these enemies, this bar will start leaning over here. So instead of this being a health bar of just the boss, it's the health bar of everything on my hate list. So when I'm AEing, right, you can basically watch how progress I am doing with all the mobs just based on this bar. So to me, this is like the TLDR of the entire fight, not just the boss. The power glove. It's so bad. Let's go find it. We gotta find it. See, I like that it does this little scape whenever I'm not focused on EQ. And let's do the final boss fight on the wizard. I loved, by the way, in this game, I loved how the kid somehow knew that all the secret levels where the warp pipe was, you know, the flute, on a game that was unreleased. In fact, I think this game showed footage. Yep. So, okay, you get a little guy. They're little running dudes. And they're like running to the left. See, I could do something like that, but I don't feel like it would convey the competitiveness. Maybe it would. I need a dude like him running around dancing and fighting. Jimmy, watch the mushroom. What a cringe movie. I like how I have my coins on the screen and my bar. See, that's kind of cool though, the whole dancing up and down. But I'm thinking more like Street Fighter. I could even make it where, like in Street Fighter, you have 2 health bars. Find the warp in the game that has never been released. It's so intense. Anyways, I don't want to get a copyright strike. I probably already did, but oh well. It's so bad. Power Glove. Let's go find the clip. No, that's a remake.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad. Yeah, well, just keep your power gloves off her, pal, huh?
So horrible. But I remember when it came out, and I was like, gotta watch that. That's so cool. Yes, true gamers know about warps via genetic memory. There you go. Anywho, all right, we're gonna be calling it, guys. I was just mainly getting this kind of set up. And yeah, good times. Thanks for watching. Let's go see if there's anyone to raid. It's pretty late, so I might cut it off unless Antalius or someone is on. Let's find out. You too, Alex, Adam, Abrams, bro, person. Good soup.
Good soup.
So we have Roastum and we have Cherry Coke 787 currently on. We do not have an anti-alias, so let's raid Roastum. I've never raided him before. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. It was a pretty late stream, couple hours, nothing too crazy, hopefully. Let's find him. Got a weird spelling. It's like roast AHN. No. Raid. Not road. Roast HM. There we go. But yeah, Platinus, if you keep sticking with the server, if you need any help, honestly though, it's a super casual server. With your playstyle, you're probably going to have zero issues catching up and just being prolific on this server. It's super chill, in my opinion. Close, but not quite. Roast ham. Roast them. Roast them. It sounds like a Duke Nukem thing. Roast them and groast them. And I all ran out of bubblegum. All right. Take care. Have a good night, guys.